Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Elisa Sklar. I'm the VP of GIS Planning. I'm very happy to be here with my colleague today, Stevie Field Chavez. Hello, Stevie.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And we have got a big crowd today, which is wonderful. I'm really pleased. You guys are going to get to see our new ZoomBusiness tool, which was just really formally launched today, actually. We rolled it out in beta mode just last week. We were able to get this done really quickly, and we've got a number of clients. I think we've got over 20 clients who've already set up. It takes less than one business day to get someone set up so they can begin adding businesses that are open during the pandemic, driving people, consumers their way, because people are looking for restaurants and grocery stores and pharmacies and places so that we can get what we need. And of course, we want to give those dollars to our local businesses because right now they're really struggling and they need this more than ever. So before I turn this over to Stevie, just a couple things I want to say about what we have done at GIS Planning since this pandemic struck and changed our world and upended the way we do business and our communities work and our economic development organizations work. We were able to put out very quickly a number of new online tools and data layers to respond to the challenges. We're going to be talking to you about ZoomBusiness, which is our brand new business listing directory for businesses open during the COVID-19 shutdowns. But we also have a free COVID-19 data mapping tool that we are giving to all communities in the US, whether you're a client or not. It is a simple little tool that you can embed on your website. It looks really great. I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like here. It's a little tool that goes on your website. It includes daily updated data from the New York Times on COVID cases, on deaths, on mapping population 65 plus. We also have Shmura Economics Job Loss Vulnerability Index. That is county level data. I think they just pushed the 2020 Q1 data. They were using job data from 2019 Q4, but that I think has just changed, so that will be reflected there. You can get information about this by clicking on the link. If you want information about how to get this onto your website, it's a simple little bit of code that you just paste onto your website. Super easy to do, free for all US communities. You can come to gisplanning.com and you will see a link that will direct you there. We also, for our clients, have added a brand new COVID-19 data center that is available to anyone. You can now map and chart by state and by county in every state all of the information about how COVID is cases and totals are being used in your community, and how they are being, how they're playing out. It's difficult news, of course, but that data is there. It's easy to share, it's easy to export, and it's really helpful to see county by county how that is playing out. So we have that data for the US. If you are coming in from Canada, we're looking for data sources in Canada so we can provide this to you as well. We still have not found it at that level of granularity, but we continue to constantly be looking for new ways to provide you with data, but also to help you search for your community what data you can offer them. So I'm going to turn this over to Stevie, and she is going to give us a tour of ZoomBusiness, show us how it works, and also show how easy it is to set up and how you can get it online as quickly as possible. We can see your screen, Stevie.
Thank you so much. I was just going to ask that. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking time out of your day to join us. We hope that you walk away from this session learning a little something new and some additional resources that are available. We know that there's a lot of different things going on out there, and being in economic development, I've been in economic development now for about 20 years, and it's so important that we are able to provide the information. You as communities are the go-to location for information that's happening in your community, and so we hope that we're able to contribute to that and make that a little easier. So on that note, working from home, I've worked from home for years now, but of course all of our lives are a little bit different. So I do believe that there's a wind chime going on in the background, and I think the blender is about to start for my husband's workout. So bear with us as we kind of tootle around this, and hopefully that doesn't become too distracting. So we're going to take some time and kind of tootle around some of these sites that we have recently launched. This just rolled up. I'm going to kind of repeat a couple of things that Elisa said. This just rolled out a week ago. We had the idea probably 3 weeks ago to do something like this, and during a webinar started asking questions to our attendees and getting that feedback on what would be beneficial to them, and this is one of those things. And so it's still growing every day. There's new features added, and there's new ways to make this easier and for you and your businesses. And yep, that's the blender. And so we appreciate that feedback and hope that that continues to come. So we're going to spend a little bit of time here on the Wyoming application. It gives you the ability to search by city, county, state, and region. If you're familiar with the GIS, the Zoom Prospector Enterprise application, which allows you to search for sites and buildings, it works very much the same way. So I can really kind of get down and search in an area that matters to me. I can also search by the type of business that I'm interested in, or hospital, dedicated testing facilities, or walk-in clinics. And if I have any other specific features or filters that I'm looking at, maybe I'm looking at a specific zip code and I want to get in a little bit tighter than a city. A couple of things to point out is the ability to filter an area. So I can actually draw an area on the map and say, you know, I'm really only interested in finding a location within this particular area. And so I can apply this filter to my search, and only those businesses that are located in that area are going to populate our map. We're gonna go to another kind of location. We can also search by name, date added. So we want some of the newest additions. Maybe we've been on this site a couple of times. I can search by address. So there's multiple ways, ascending and descending, in terms of if we want to alphabetize, just search for the filters that matter to me. A couple of other neat features is the ability to save. So let's go back, and I kind of hit my little button here. Let's save a couple of businesses, and I'm going to call this open shops. We'll just call this open shops, and I'm going to add my folder, and I'm going to save these into my open shops folder. So I know I've got a couple of people that are interested in where some of the open facilities are, and they're looking at some of the grocery stores. And so I'm able to actually save some of these filters to my folder. And remember, we're only in our highlighted area here, and I can actually share this folder with them. I can send them a link. I always recommend that a client rename a link. No one wants to see a bunch of code. So in your email, you have a little, looks like a little chain, and you're able to rename a link by that. And so you could you can call it the same thing. Our little folder here is called Open Shops. I can email them directly in the application. I can also share on social medias. So if I'm interested in finding out where all of the open Indian restaurants are, I can put that list together, share that on my link, and it's great for electronic newsletters. It's great for your Facebook page, for your communities, on your city or county website page. It's just a really beneficial way to kind of search in some of the available information. Let's take a look at one of our entries here. So this one in particular doesn't have any notes. You can see it's mapped here on our site with, just like in our GIS site selection tool, we have the ability to look at it in multiple different views. The notes section was added so people, if folks were offering coupons or had senior hours, those are great examples of something that may go into your notes section. 10% discount if this ad is mentioned or this listing is mentioned. We also have our property details, which show us the information about this particular business. It doesn't look like they're offering takeout or delivery. So it's just one of this is a grocery store. They do have their hours. We can have contact information, and we also have contact information for our economic development organization. Let's take a look at another one. We'll look at Mellow Mushroom. I don't know about who we have here from the West Coast. Mellow Mushroom is a pizza place, and a very good one at that. So here we have a little bit about who they are and what they offer, as well as their property information. website, takeout, delivery, and when this information was updated. So that's a lot of information that I can get on this particular business and what they're able to offer. Okay, so let's talk about how to add a business. I'm going to click that Add Business tab. Elisa, can you hear me okay?
Yep, I'm hearing you just fine, actually.
All right, very good. It's showing me I have a little technical issue, and so I just wanted to make sure you can hear me okay. So to add a business, we're going to click that Add Business tab, and it's going to take me directly into the space that's going to allow me to add information about my business name, where I'm located. This little bubble balloon, this takes you so you can place, if you know you're maybe in a strip mall and this is a long little shopping center, I can place that so somebody knows maybe I'm right in the middle of that little shopping center. So that gives you the ability to move around a little bit. This is an active business, so I am open for business. This is where I'm able to choose the type of business that I am. Am I an open business? And here are my options. Or am I a health facility? And then I have different options. Here's my description, so I can write a description of what kind of business I am, hours, website. A lot of businesses in our communities now have GoFundMe pages. So this will allow me to enter that information if there's a GoFundMe for maybe some of our servers or some of our employees that we know have been affected by this crisis. And then we also have the ability to check for takeout, delivery, any email if there's any kind of questions, gift cards, information. And now we have updated the ability to add photos and YouTube videos. So, and YouTube videos are more for, you know, if there's videos of the restaurant or a dining experience someone took, we can upload that information there. I save that, and once that information is saved, the admin, and that's you, our economic development team, our admin goes into the back end of the system, and you are then able to accept that business. And so once that's accepted, that's able to be activated. As the admin, you, our economic development professional, are able to edit, to delete, and to inactivate a business at any time. And inactivate or to deactivate a business simply means that business is no longer being seen by the public. So it's still in your system, it's not deleted, it's just no longer being seen. Maybe you just aren't sure if they're closed or open, or maybe you heard something and you just want to verify that they're still open for business. So that's one thing. The ability to delete, that's fine. Maybe they've closed, maybe they no longer want to be shown in the application, and so you're going to go ahead and delete that information from your system. That's not a problem. We also have the ability to edit. We understand that store hours are changing quite a bit, and so maybe someone's called you and they said, hey, I need to update these hours, and so you have the ability to go right into that, that listing and edit that information. We are now developing the ability for the business to go in and update their own information. This is one of the new things that's coming. As this just rolled out a week ago, we have lots of new things that every single day I'm opening an email about a new feature that this application is providing for its users. And so that's just one of the new features that's coming, is the ability to edit a business's own listing. A couple of other things, as Elisa mentioned, we have our new data center. This provides different information, various information by state. And I can zoom in on a particular state. I'm located in Columbia, South Carolina, and so I'm able to zoom in on specific county and state data. And I'm kind of like right here in the center of the state. And so I can click that county, and this information can be exported and then shared on a website as well, as you can see. So we have total cases, new cases. All of this information is updated daily. So each day we get the information from the previous day updated. So this information is as current and up to date as it can be. This is located on our website, our GIS Planning website. So if you go to gisplanning.com, there's information on products. Zoom Business Overview. That's going to give you kind of an overview of what you've seen here on the business listing. And then we've got our Data Center, which is going to provide you information on our data and various layers. And then Elisa was talking about the new map layers that you can embed directly into your website. If you're interested in the Zoom Business application, Elisa is going to put our information up. If you are a client, this is a free new tool that you can implement right away. Most people get their code or their information, the link to their new site the same day, but we ask for a good 24 hours to build these. So if you're a client, this is all included in what you already have within your service. If you are not a client but interested in the Zoom Business application, it is a very nominal investment. And so please contact me. Elisa will provide my number here shortly, and I'll kind of walk you through it. We'll take a look at the back end of the application, and you can see how it works, what you would need to do. It's very, very, very little. And we expect this application to be able to kind of change with the times. So after the COVID is kind of passed or subsided a little bit, we expect that this application will continue to go. It's a great chamber tool. Many of our economic development organizations and community representatives have lists of businesses in our community. This makes those alphabetized lists of the past kind of obsolete and makes it more interactive and very responsive in design. This works on any type of smartphone, tablet, and or, as you see, laptop. And of course, it's the ability to share those saved results and kind of giving a shout out to some of our local businesses and what's happening with them. So Elisa, with that, I'm going to turn it over to you. Do we have any questions?
We do actually have some questions, and I have got contact information on their screen. And one of the questions actually is, can we have some live links that I could show to my team?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which is amazing. We'll include that in the follow-up email to you tomorrow. But there is, if you go to gisplanning.com and you click on blog at the top, we just put out a blog this morning showcasing the sites of some of the clients who launched right away. So you can go on and click that. So the live link is here. It's quite long. You could just go to gisplanning.com and click on blog.
And I'm going to send this out. I think, isn't there a way to chat with the business? I'm going to send this out to everyone, hopefully. Let me see, presenter.
I could put it in the question. Yeah, exactly. I could put it in questions and then I can send it to all.
Perfect. So that would be great. Yeah, that would be good. That'll be a nice link to the website, which will have different links of different live tools.
Exactly. So, so some other questions that have come in, some really good questions. Do existing Zoom Prospector customers get this too? And of course, the answer is yes. If you are a full edition Zoom Prospector customer, not only do you get it, but it's already been set up for you. So all you need to do is go log into your admin and click on the COVID-19 link at the top in the main navigation. When you click on that, it's going to open up to instructions. It will show you, it'll give you a link to your link, which is already set up with your logo, ready to go. You could begin adding businesses right away. And there are also links to a simple help video. How do you do that? There is a spreadsheet template that you can use if you want to batch add a whole bunch of businesses, because maybe you've already got a list of them somewhere. Then you can include that and you can get them all up very quickly. So that is absolutely there. If you are not a full edition Zoom Prospector client, if you use one of our local editions, or you're using intelligence components, or perhaps you're not yet a GIS Planning client at all, no problem. We've made this extremely affordable, and the pricing is indexed to population because we wanted this to be affordable for very small areas as well as large metro areas. So you can get in touch with Stevie and she will help you get that up. We will get it up. Any new requests we'll have up and running in one business day, so you can use that right away. Let's see what else. What is the cost of the application if you're not a current client? Well, Stevie, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to say about that. I know we're indexing it to population, and I know we're keeping pricing really low. Did you have any?
Very, very low, very, very low. Because it's brand new and we've just rolled it out, now is that time. So contact me, that's my email address. Send me some information. I'm happy to find out the community that you represent, the population that you represent, and let you know exactly what that investment is. It's just hard to have everybody's community just right in front of us during the webinar. So go ahead and contact me and let me know what that is. And I do want to hit on one good question too that typically comes up. So if instead of the ad business, is there any other way or format to get that information in there? Yes, there is an Excel spreadsheet in that admin system that you can download and you can populate, or if you have an Excel spreadsheet of your business information, it has the business, the name of the business, the type of business, the address, the city, and of course the state information, and then any other information you want to add, we can take that information and transfer it into the system for you. So that information doesn't have to be all entered in from scratch. If you already have that in a spreadsheet form, we can take that and transfer that into business listings. So that's a great question.
I actually just want to show one other thing that we've done, is because once you get this tool up and if you're already a client, you've already got the tool, there's two things we need to do right away to make it work. First, you need to get your businesses to know about it, because they can add themselves, and we want to help them promote that. We want to promote to the businesses as possible. I would put it in a the link should be in a prominent place somewhere on your website. You do not need to embed this. It is a link provided to you, but you need to put that somewhere on your website so people know to go there and see it. The next thing I would do is I would put it in an email newsletter to your local businesses. I would do an email blast to them. I would make some phone calls to people who you know are open to help get them listed. I would contact your local newspapers, TV, radio stations. Many of them are keeping lists of businesses that are open or helping to promote them. They're advertisers after all. Let them know about this tool. They can also share the link. The Google Analytics for your site are on this site, so you get credited for the traffic and you can track that through Google Analytics, but they can share the link as many places as possible. And the second thing is you want to then promote it to your area residents. I don't know about my Facebook page is full of people saying, I need something from a hardware store, where should I go? Or this business is offering takeout. It's very informal. You want to make sure that people know about it. So doing this, promotion of it on social media in particular, on neighborhood groups, in as many places as possible through media, very, very helpful right now. And one of the things that we've done, if you go to gisplanning.com, we have also created these downloadable stickers that businesses can put in their windows. You can generate it as a PDF or an image so they can put it on their social media accounts, letting people know we're on our local Zoom business. This is where you can find us if we've got a gift card stimulus program, or we're doing a promotion, or we've got a new website. Maybe we were a Main Street, retailer, but now suddenly we put together a quick website where you can go and do these things, or we offer contactless payment, whatever it is. That's something that they can now promote. So the promotion piece is really important as well, obviously. We have a question also about, does this offer internal, not public-facing functionality to help inform decision-making, such as tools to help track labor stats, gross sales tax information, permit licensing status? Wow, Javier, that is a great question. I'm going to say that right now, since we've really just rolled this out super quickly, we're making changes all the time, and we always get our best ideas from our clients. So that's something we can look at to add additional tools to their labor stats we're tracking in the Zoom Prospector. Obviously, that data needs to be updated in light of COVID-19. That's definitely something that we can look at. So I will take your suggestions and bring them back to our team. And then Mike asks, can you populate the business data already in the system if business data is a part of our plan with GIS Planning, or does this system only work from scratch? So if I understand correctly, Mike, you're saying, well, we already have business listings from Zoom Prospector because we get that data from InfoUSA, but we don't have them here as listings. So you can go into your Zoom Prospector tool and you can look for all your pharmacies or your healthcare providers, and you can use the business report on Zoom Prospector to do that. However, it doesn't necessarily import them in as listings because we don't know who's open and who's closed.
Exactly it. Yeah.
The idea here was to reflect what businesses are currently open. Sorry, Stevie.
No, that was you just hit the nail on the head. It's designed at this point, it was designed to educate your community residents of who's open, who's offering curbside services or takeout services only, with different local shops having limited hours and of course senior hours. It was designed to educate your community on what's happening with your local businesses. And then we started to see a longer, bigger picture of why would this just be used for a COVID-19 crisis when actually this is a great way to track businesses and what's going on with businesses in your community all of the time. A lot of chambers of commerce have just the list of businesses within their community or that are chamber members. And so we anticipate this tool to grow into something very similar to that, with banners that say chamber member, and there's all kinds of different things that are on the horizon. And Elisa was absolutely right. She's 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we were in a webinar just like this. We opened it up and just asked for some feedback and asked them as we bounced around, is this a tool that you think you would be interested in? And we took a couple of polls, and it was just an absolute major majority of yes, this is something that we need in our community, and to kind of help them do their jobs of tracking this information. So I love the questions of, hey, have you thought of, or does it do? Because just like Elisa said, that's where our best ideas come from, and we can take those and we can let them know what your thoughts and comments were. On this questions thing, if you are not a GIS planning client and you have questions about some of what we offer, please send me an email. I'll get back to you right away. If you are a client, as Elisa said, in the back end of your system, in your admin system, under the COVID-19 section, you have this business license or this business thing already set up. Our ZoomBusiness is already set up, and it will walk you through. There's a help button. There's a way to export your businesses through an Excel spreadsheet, and we also have that template. You can open it up to businesses and start promoting that link with that sticker that we provide you on our GIS planning website. And then if you are a client, you can always contact Elisa too. She is our marketing master. And so please contact her, let her know of any interesting things that you're doing with the application or promoting the application, or if you've had a real big uptick in traffic on your application, or good things that people say about it, or even the things that people say, hey, it would really be grateful, we'd love it if you could do this. Those are all helpful. That's how we grow as a company, and we're here to serve you. So we want to make sure that we're growing in the right directions.
So I have a question, another question that's come in, which is, where can the Excel spreadsheet be downloaded to input multiple businesses at a time? If you log into your admin and you click on COVID-19 in the main navigation, it will open up a page there that has instructions, including where you can access that spreadsheet. Victoria, if you cannot find it, then I will be happy to reach out to you after this webinar to make sure that we can show you on a screenshot where you can find that spreadsheet template.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten some great questions. We are so grateful that you've taken time out of your busy days to join us, and we will be happy to answer any questions you have. You will get an email with a link to this webinar by tomorrow. And in the meantime, please feel free to reach out to Stevie, to myself, or to client services. We hope you all stay safe and that you're well, and we look forward to being here to help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.